Good day. So today we'll be also trying to continue with our basics of maths. So let's check something here, some problems. We're gonna have our first problem of today is going to be solve for x. Okay, let's try to solve for x. Let's take we have 5 cube root of x to the power 4, which is equals to 405. So we're gonna take this. Remember, let's write it down. This is going to be 5 cube root of x to the power 4 equals to 405. So here we're going to divide both sides by 5. Remember, this is still the same as multiplication here, so we're going to divide both sides by 5. So these two, they divide, and then here we're going to left with the third root or cube root of x to the power 4, which we are going to left with 81. So this is still the same as x to the power 4 over 3. I said, let me write it properly so that you don't make mistakes or being confused. This is still the same as x to the power 4 over 3, which is this 3. Remember, I said if we have root of a, let me say if we have 3, this is still the same as a of 1 over 3. Remember, if we also have m here, we're gonna have m there, so which is going to be a power m over 3. Now I think you know where I'm getting. So this is going to be 81 also. Sorry for that. So we're going to see something here. So remember, here I try to apply the division of 5. So I divided 5 both sides. So where I managed to get 81 on the other side, and then here where 5 and 5 they divided each other. So here I'm going to multiply. I'm going to apply multiplication of exponents, so which is going to be 4 over 3 times 3 over 4. Remember, we're going to apply this also on the other side. So this is going to be like that. So remember, these 4 they're going to divide, also this are going to divide, so we're going to left with 8 over 81 to the power 3 over 4. So this is the less 27. Okay, so let's check for the next question. Okay, let's try to change some games now. So now we're going to solve for p. So let's check. We have the square root of p minus 2 minus 3, which is going to be 0. So remember, let's start our solution. So this is going to be root of 3 minus 2 minus 3, which is going to be equals to 0. So we're going to say here, we're going to say root of p minus 2 still the same as equals to 3. So remember, I want to erase or want to remove this square root, so we're going to apply a square both sides. So we're going to say into root of p minus 2 all square minus 3 all square. So this is going to be p minus 2, and then also this is going to be 9. So remember, this p, this is 9, don't make mistakes. So this is going to be p being equals to 11. Now I can see this is maths actually. So now for the third question, let's check for solve for x also. Again, solve for x, sum remember here we are going to have another thing. So let's take, we have 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 32, which is equals to 0. And then for solution, let's check here. So this 2 to the power x plus 1 minus 32 is equals to 0, and then we're going to say 2 to the power x plus 1 is going to be 32, right? So if you can check on our YouTube channel and for basic mathematics, you are going to find out that I express this as like 2x times this is multiplication 2, which is going to be 32. I think you can see where I'm trying to approach here. So this is going to be like, if you can check here, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Remember here I'm going to get 2x when this goes away, and then here I'm going to have 16. Okay, so now I'm having 16. So what shall I do? So if you can check here, let me give you some trick. If you take out your calculator and then you punch 16 and then say equals to, and then I'm sorry for that, and then say equals to, and then we say equals to, and then we say shift, and then we say effect, you're gonna find out that it gives you 2 to the power 4. So 2 to the power 4 is going to be 2x, it's going to be 2 to the power 4. So since the bases are the same, they are going to disappear, and then this is going to left with 4. So this is going to be our answer. So let's check another question on the next question. So here now we're going to solve for n. So here this is 4. We're going to have our equation being 2 to the power 4 n minus 1 over 4th root of 16 equals to 0. So this is going to be our solution. So our solution is going to be 2 to the power 4n minus 1 over 4th root of 16, which is going to be 0. And then let's continue this one. So remember, let's check something like this one. So we're going to have 2 to the power 4n minus 1 over, remember I said this is going to be 16 all over 1 to the power 4 equals to 0. So I think you guys understand that this is a number, so we can also take it to the other side. And when we take it to the other side, we are going to punch 16 to the power 1 over 4. So let's try to express it. So this is going to be for n equals to, I said this, we are going to express it, which is going to give us 2. So since we have 1, remember here, so we're going to have 4 n equals 1. So this is going to be n being 1 over 4. So that's easy, guys. So you're supposed to check for your solution so that you don't make any mistake. So okay, now I have like a certain question now that says we're going to solve for 40. So those who are going to do their metric, they are going to find this kind of question where they will be trying to find a certain term for a sequence. So here, let me show what I'm using. So what I'm using is this book actually. So I have this question if you can check here, let me want to show you something. This question here, I want to take this question and then I want to show you how it's going to be done. So this we have root of 31 minus 10d equals to 4 minus d. So we have root of 31 minus 10 d equals to 4 minus d, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's try to find the solution of this one. The solution of this one is going to be 31 minus 10 d equals to 4 minus d. So this is going to be into root of 31 minus 10d all square equals to 4 minus d all square. So this is going to be 31 minus 10d, and then this is going to be the same as saying 4 minus d, trying to expand it, minus d, so that you can understand. So this is still the same as 31 minus 10d, and then let's try to focus on this one here. So this is going to be, some they're going to say 4 to the power 4, which is 16. And remember, we only have one constant, so remember this is going to be 4 times minus d, which is going to be negative d. Also this minus 4d, so which is going to be minus 8d. And then if you can also check, we are going to have also plus d squared. So here we are going to check this one. Let's have 31. Let's take 16 to the other side, and then so that we can find the solution quickly. So if we can punch our calculator, then we'll see 31 minus 16 is going to be 15. So let me write 15 here, and then we have this one to the other side is going to give us, remember this is going to be positive when it comes to zero, which is going to be negative 2. D equals to d squared. Okay, so remember I said this is 15. This still is the same as d squared plus 2d minus 15, which is going to be 0. So we can also factorize here. If you can check R1 to find the factors of 15, we have 3, we have 3 and 5, and then we also have 1 and 15. So if you can check, if we plus these two or minus it, are we going to get these two here? Yes, we're going to get 2 when we use these two. So remember this is negative here. Let me try to write it here. So this is going to be d, also d, this side is going to be equals to 0. So we're going to have, remember this is positive, so which means it's going to have 5 here and then minus 3 here. So this 3 is going to be d being equal to negative 5, also d being equal to positive 3. So that will be our answers for value of d. So here we have a question which says show that root of 3 to the power x plus 1 minus 3 to the power x all over 3x minus 1 also plus 3 is equals to 3. So let's check here our solution. This is going to be our last video for now. So we're going to check something here. If you can go back to the first video for basic mathematics, I showed something like this one. If we have a root of a fraction, so this is still the same as root of 3x plus 1 minus 3x I hope you can see that. Also, this is going to be the same as the root of 3x minus 1, also plus root of 3. So I'm not there actually, so I wanted to show you something. This here we're supposed to show that this is equals to 3. So if this is equals to 3, so let's try to prove that. So let's prove that I said if go to, I said this is going to be something like this dot represent my multiplication, which is going to be 3 minus 3 to the power x all over 3x 3 to the power negative 1, this negative here, and then also plus 3 all square root. So here we're going to take out the common factor. So this common factor is going to be 3x. If you can check, also 3, we have 3 here minus 1. I already took the common factor there. Remember, this is still the same as 3x times 1 over 3, if you can check that. So we are going to say plus 3 here. So if you can check, we have these two here, these two, they divide each other. We are going to left with 3 minus 1 is going to be 2 all over 1 over 3. This is the main, this is the main one, this is the main division, and then which is going to be like this. So remember, this is plus here. So this one we are going to say, let's take our solution to this side. We have 2, which is 1 over 3, also plus 3. Remember, this we can, let me show you something. This is still the same as 1 over 3, so which is still the same as, remember, this is the main one, which is this one, and then we're gonna swap it, which is going to be 3, and then which is going to be root of 3 times 2, which is 6, and then they say plus 3. Remember, we apply the BODMAS here, so we are going to multiply these two first, and then this is going to be the root of 6, and then plus 3, and then which is going to be the root of 9, and then this is still the same as 3. So therefore, let me write, therefore RHS is equals to 3. So gonna see each other on the next video. Goodbye.